Has interest rates made it harder to purchase your weekly food shop, or what about that holiday you have been planning? In this short animated video, we will cover 4 budgeting tips that will make your life easier. Tip 3 is often overlooked, so you don't want to miss that. When it comes to budgeting, does it ever feel like when you research the topic that the advice can be good in theory, but harder to put in practice? Like the traditional 50-30-20 rule, or cutting back on that £5 venti latte from Starbucks without understanding your own lifestyle. So that leads us to, do I spend more than I earn? Dickens's Mr. Micawber put it best: annual income £20, annual expenditure 19.6, result, happiness. Annual income £20, annual expenditure £20.6, result, misery. A basic assessment is simple. If you're eating up your savings or building up debts, you're likely to be overspending. Yet before you can address this, it's important to get an accurate idea of the size and scale of the problem. Once you understand what you spend, you can answer what can you afford to spend. What are your fixed costs in your lifestyle that presumably an altercation to this cost could impact your lifestyle? Like rent and bills? Look at your spending from previous months, as this will help you to work out your typical expenditure and identify any areas where you may be overspending. Don't be tempted to guess or estimate. The success of a budget relies on accurate incomings and outgoings, and the only way you can be 100% sure is by getting all your statements and bills in front of you in black and white. Choose a budgeting plan. Your budget needs to cover all your spending, including bills and essentials, any debt repayments, any treats and wants, and any contributions to your savings. When you have your budget, you need to find a way of sticking to it. The envelope system, also called the jam jar approach, is a popular budgeting plan, especially for those who may struggle to control their spending and keep to a strict budget. Traditionally, people would have envelopes for each category and put the allotted amount of cash inside. Then they would pay for a particular expense using only the money from that envelope, stopping them from spending more than this amount and forcing them to stick to their budget. It can help you to budget better by setting yourself weekly or monthly spending limits on categories like bills, clothing, travel, and food, then allocating that amount of money to that particular expense. If you don't use cash, you can recreate this budgeting method on mobile banking apps like Monzo, which offer pots and envelopes to separate your money in your bank account. Don't forget to include one-off spends. Whether it's a holiday, car, or special birthday treat, we all have one-off spends that can affect our budget planning. So let's say your new car costs £3,000. Over a year, that's £250 per month. So you'd put £250 under new car each month. Another top tip is to remember that when you do include one-offs, such as holidays, don't forget to subtract any regular spending. For example, say you normally spend £100 per week on food shopping and £30 on petrol. If you're abroad for the week, you won't spend this, so make sure your budget reflects this. The 50-30-20 rule. This rule provides a good foundation for a budgeting plan. However, these numbers may not reflect the capacity to do this in our own lifestyle, so adjust this when necessary. For example, you could have a 60-25-15 rule. It is important to remember this as a guideline, as when you get a new job or that new house, that your capacity to stick to those particular numbers may change. What is important is discipline to your rule. So what is this rule? The 50-30-20 rule simplifies budgeting by dividing your after-tax income into just 3 spending categories: needs, wants, and savings, or debts. Needs could include monthly rent, electricity and gas bills, transportation insurances for healthcare, car or pets. Wants could include dining out, clothes, shopping, holidays. Gym membership savings could include emerging retirement fund investments. With the increased interest rates, it is important to take control of your finances. If you got value out of this video, press the like button down below and share with someone you think it will help. The Development Zone will see you in the next video.